Hello everybody, in today's video we're going to be making a raised bed for the garden. As you can see, I have already bought the cinder blocks. That is what I'm going to be using for this raised bed. I was gonna use wood, but it will rot and I do not want to have to redo it over and over again every year or two. So I'm using cinder blocks to make this raised bed. So the first step that you have to do is measure out where you want your garden bed to be. As you can see right here, I have white dots in the corners and also right here where I have marked where the corners will be of this bed. It will be 4 blocks wide and 12 blocks long, so it will be a nice size bed. So after you measure the area where you want your garden bed to be, you're going to want to level everything out. As you can see right here, there's like a slight hill that will have to be leveled out because when you put the blocks on it, you want it to be as level as possible. That way they do not move around and it will make everything balanced if you want to go 1 block higher. In today's video, we're just going to be adding 1 block, but later on, maybe next year, we're going to add another block on top. So it is very important to level the ground and make it as even as possible. All right, so now that you mark the area, we're going to use the shovels and we're going to level the area where we want the blocks to be. All right, now you can see right here, we have leveled the dirt out a little bit and over here. So we are pretty much shaping it so it can be a perfect box. That way the whole garden ends up being leveled. Next step is we're going to take this waterproofing and we're going to cut it to size of the garden. The way we're going to do this is we're going to get 2 sheets. This way it will go all the way over here. I know a lot of people put their cinder blocks first and then put the waterproofing in the middle. The way I like to put the waterproofing is I like it to be underneath the cinder block, also sticking out on the edge a little bit. This way the weeds do not get in whatsoever. Most of the time, if you just put it in the middle, the weeds will crawl underneath the cinder block and poke through, and you don't want that. Like, the whole point of having a raised bed is for you not to keep bending down to pull weeds and take weeds out. So we're going to add the waterproofing next, and then we're going to continue the video from there. All right, so now I have laid down the roofing material. As you can see, I'm using the waterproofing that they put on roofs. This is a nice brand and it's very, very durable. I know a lot of people like to use the regular thin sheet that goes underneath mulch, like in front of people's houses. I used that stuff before and pretty much all the weeds get right through it and it disintegrates very, very quickly. So now I'm using the roof waterproofing. So this is the way I have it set up now. I measured this completely wrong. I thought that I could put 4 cinder blocks wide and then 12 cinder blocks long. I bought enough cinder blocks, but the way I want to do it is I do not want to waste some more waterproofing, especially when this pattern works excellent. I'm doing 2 cinder blocks in the middle and 12 on each side. This way, as you can see inside, like I said earlier, the waterproofing is underneath all the cinder blocks. This way weeds will not be able to get in and everything will look awesome. All right, now let me put all the cinder blocks and then we're gonna do the next step. All right, now you can see that we have put the blocks down. They are not all the way even because my backyard is on a downward slope from the garage. So we did the best we could to make it even, but the waterproofing is in there and it's also inside of every single one of these individual blocks. So that's the way I like to do it, to keep all the weeds out. This is just a rough setup. I will be adjusting all the sides to make it even more even, but for today, this is what we got done. Your next step would be to fill it with dirt. I will be ordering a truck full of dirt, so this will be all filled up. And one thing I like about these pavers, in all of these little slots, you are able to put in dirt and grow stuff as well. So it makes it super easy, super convenient, especially if you are growing onions or small vegetables. These slots are perfect. Also, in the next video, we're going to be making another raised garden right here, and we're going to make another one right here. So we will have 3 in total And then I will show you how I plan on using my 300-gallon jug. I will connect the hose to all 3 of my raised garden beds. That way I can use the rainwater to water my gardens. So make sure you like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and check out my onions. These bad boys survived all winter and now they're growing again. They are constantly growing. I never have to replant them again. I just pluck and go. All right, so what did this raised bed cost me so far? So far I have spent $62 on the cinder blocks. As you can see, I have 6 of them left over. Seagulls, say hi to the camera. What up, babe? What up, boy? All right, so $62 on the cinder blocks and the waterproofing inside. You can get one of these rolls anywhere from $20 all the way to $150, depending on the name brand you get and depending on what kind you get. But that is how much it has cost me so far, and a little bit of labor. Everything else I had. So that is the total cost of this garden bed so far. We're going to be adding a couple more. We're probably going to go 1 level higher as well, and then all the dirt. I'm not sure exactly how much a truckload full of dirt is going to cost me. So make sure you subscribe so you can see the latest updates and all the final costs when everything is said and done.